The following presentation is for mature audiences only.
Who are you?
He's a fine man.
All hell is broken loose.
He's a great broadcaster.
He's a very powerful guy. Absolutely brilliant.
Feared by men, adored by women.
He's a smart boy.
It's patriotic.
It's no big deal.
It's the end of the world.
I might as well tell you now. He's a monkey.
And how you doing, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages? Welcome in to another edition of The Wild Side with Eric Clark. I am your not at all humble host, Eric Clark, saying thank you for taking time out of your busy day to give my video a watch and a listen. If you like it, like it. If you think other people are going to like it, give it a share. Make sure you are subscribed to the YouTube channel. Make sure you're following me on all of the social media platforms. That way, if there's a song, a band, a video, something you want me to check out, you can hit me up with a DM, or you can leave it in the comment section below. If you are going to leave it in the comment section below, just do me a favor. Read through. If somebody's already made your suggestion, just leave a like and I concur. That helps the old DJ brain. Put it into a nice little request list, and then I can get it into the handy-dandy notebook. And thank you to everybody who have been helping me out with suggestions, band histories, names, pronunciations, geography, things like that. I really appreciate it. But remember, let's eschew the stereotypes given to those that dig heavy metal and treat each other with respect and dignity, which we all would do. So thank you very much for that. Before we get into today's video, I do want to say thank you to those that make the Wild Side possible, and that would be Aspen Dental, Connect 200, Music 2C, and our brand new sponsor, Gothic Jewelry. I had a little void on my middle finger. I wear rings on every finger, and I'm one of those guys that I'll go in and I'll just start trying them on, and if I like it, I'll buy it. If I don't like it, I won't buy it. So I'm not a big fan of like really big rings, bulky, clunky, chunky. I don't think I've ever found a website where I could just log on, find exactly what I'm looking for. And I got to tell you, the material they're made out of is awesome. So check them out, Gothic Jewelry. I got my rings, got my bracelet, got my earrings, all from Gothic Jewelry. So any metalhead, any metal accoutrement you need, head over to Gothic Jewelry. Tell them Eric Clark sent you. So today's video is actually coming from scrolling around and checking out YouTube. And suddenly, here comes the new video from Black Label Society. Now, my name on the radio, when you get a job in radio, if you're smart in music format anyway, back in the day, you would use a different name. You would go by a radio name. So I came up with a radio name, and that's in the title of my show here. The name I came up with was Jake Wild. And the reason I came up with that name is because it's the two guitar players from Ozzy, and I thought that'll ring in people's heads. If you say Jake Wild, people that listen to rock and roll, for some reason, it's just a mental game I played with people. So, but yeah, that's where my radio name came from. So that's where the Wild Side comes from. So today we're checking out the latest from Black Label Society. The new album is called Doom Crew Incorporated. I don't know if it's actually fully released just yet, but the singles are being released as well, and I'll make sure all of the links are below. This is a four-piece. Zach has done a really good job of trimming it down. It is Dario Lorena, John DeServio, Jeff Fab on drums. So that is your Black Label Society. And this is their latest, called You Make Me Want to Live. Let's check it out. You Made Me Want to Live. I apologize, Zach. And that tone, very distinctive sound coming out of this. You know, before we get started, I will say that Zach has done an exceptional job of establishing his tone. He's done a really good job. And when I say establishing his tone, what I mean is when you hear it, you automatically think it's either Zach Wild and Black Sabbath, or it's Black Label Society. But regardless, when you hear Zach Wild both singing and playing, he has really done a good job. An excellent job of establishing his bona fides and his tone. So it's awesome.
You gave me life, took away the pain. Why did it have to be? Now there's nothing here for me. You made me wanna live.
Yeah.
You took it all away.
So distinct.
Crushed by loss, saddened by the news. The sun no longer shines upon this life that I once knew. I guess I'll never know why you had to leave. You made my heart so full. Your love was all I'd ever need. You made me wanna live. You took it all away so I could forget. You made me wanna live. You made me wanna live.
So distinctive. That's such a distinct tone that's coming out of this. First off, this is a great love song. This is a very heavy love song, and it really does encapsulate a lot of the rage and a lot of the pent-up hostility that you feel with a broken heart. You know, you see the movies about guys burning cities to the ground because somebody, hurt their wife or their girlfriend. And it's like, bro, that's a real feeling. That's an actual feeling. And it's very hard to encapsulate a soundtrack to that. And what I dig about this track is, it's very signature Zakk Wylde Black Label Society, but it's also very, like I said, man, it's a heavy love song. It really encapsulates the rage and the anger that you feel when your heart's been broken. It really does.
You made me wanna live. You made me wanna
Sorry, I got to come in after that twin guitar attack right there, man. Talk about tradition. Talk about signature. Talk about established tone. You heard it all right there in that exchange between the two. It's just so rich in texture and rich in color. And again, it's a very heavy love song that, again, if you suffer broken hearts, you can be pulled into something like that. And as I sit here, Heart in Pieces, it is hitting me kind of deep because I relate. I'm a fan of drumming. I'm a fan of the heaviness. So a lot of times when a love song punches through that mask we put on, the shields we put up, sometimes there are songs that can go right through that and cut right through that. And this is one of those tracks, and I really dig how Zakk puts songs together like that. So that was a very well done to flex in those couple seconds. That was really good.
You made me wanna live.
Black Label Society, You Made Me Want to Live from the album Doom Crew Incorporated. Man, that is just so heavy with Zakk Wylde, isn't it? It's really, again, it's something to be admired and it's something to be emulated when you can see someone establish themselves in the genre with such a distinct sound. To think that it's easy to step into rock and roll and create your own tone. You know, I'm talking about David Gilmour, Eddie Van Halen, right? So I think sometimes people overlook, and there's another point I want to make to this as well. From the outside looking in to Black Label Society, I think a lot of times because of the image, because of the sound, because you're not of that world, people may think, you know, it's not that serious. They don't, not really good at what they do. Bro, this guy has established his own sound. And on top of that, this is one of those tracks that's very important because it defeats the argument that you don't have to sing metal, to be a metal singer or to be a hard rock singer, that you don't really have to be able to sing. You just scream into the microphone. And that is not the case. And there are a lot of tracks out there that really prove that. Pantera's Planet Caravan comes to mind for me. Saliva does a really good acoustic with a string quartet version of Your Disease that really exemplifies the metal vocal. And Zakk Wylde is really one of those cats. Not surprising to us, not surprising to anyone who's followed the band at any time. But for people on the outside looking in, I think they would be surprised that this guy can sing. He can sing well. He maintains thickness. He's not one of those rock singers that drops and ramps and does all this weird struggling to get the notes out. He's very solid. Like I said, very rich in texture. Really good tune as well. Very appealing. This is a Buckshot song. Right? This is one of those, you know, again, this would be on a rock. Side note, have any of you watching, I have to ask this question. I wrote down Guitar Hero. I have to ask, when it's talking about Black Label Society, for any fan of Black Label Society, how many of you became a fan of Black Label Society because of Stillborn being on the video game, Guitar Hero, I believe. I believe it was Guitar Hero. Be honest, did any of you become Black Label fans or start your journey into being a Black Label Society fan because of that song? You'd never heard of them before, and then you hear Stillborn, which is a great song, but you hear that, and that was your impetus into the Black Label Society fan base. So I'd like to know, because when that came out and those video games came out, I was probably one of very few people in my radio station, because we did like, you know, contests and stuff like that, you know, Guitar Hero competitions. We did that. We were a part of that. We really were. But I saw it as a way of, I didn't see it as a sellout move. I never saw it as like a money grab or anything like that. Yeah, I mean, maybe there were elements of that in there, but really what I liked about that game was that the games, is that it really did help introduce people to other bands and other music and other genres that maybe they wouldn't have been exposed to by listening to their radio stations who play a certain format and a limited at that kind of a vibe, or their playlists on their music streaming doesn't really do well in suggesting. So I want to know, did any of you become Black Label Society fans because of the video game? It's just, like I said, man, it's just got something in my head. Just curious is all that is. So that was a really good track, man. You Made Me Want to Live. That is a heavy love song, and it did a really good job of maintaining a brightness so you're able to have those really good memories of the love you lost, but it also maintained that fervent anger, the rage, the hurt, the disappointment. All the negative thoughts were really well encapsulated in the tone of that song. So I really like that. And again, for those of you that know, for those of you that don't know, I've only loved two women. I'll never be with either one of them. I sit here and have been here for many years with an absolutely shattered heart and soul. So sometimes these songs are a little bit tough. I'm probably going to get off the video here and go cry in the shower or something like that. So it was a good tune. Like I said, it really did a good job of translating how you would feel with a broken soul into a good heavy metal track. So You Made Me Want to Live, Black Label Society. The album is Doom Crew Incorporated. As usual, anything I get wrong, anything I don't know, put it in the comment section below. That way we all get a little educated now, don't we? So thank you very much to everybody for the suggestions, and thank you for the information, for the help with understanding and all that other stuff. So I really appreciate it. I want to thank Aspen Dental, Connect 200, Music 2C, and our new sponsor, Gothic Jewelry. For all your metalhead accoutrements, head over to Gothic Jewelry and get your stuff today. I love this bracelet. This bracelet is in Morse code, and it says a new chapter. I think that's really cool. I got my Crown of Thorns earrings, so great material. Head over, Gothic Jewelry. All of the links are below. Thank you, everybody, for taking time out of your day to give my video a watch. Make sure you're looking out for each other. Make sure you're looking out for your neighbor. Try to do at least one good thing a day. I am Eric Clark, and this has been The Wild Side.